Hey guys, Esquire Codex here. I am continuing on in this infinite sky in Ballpoint universe, so I'm on, what was that, wave 13? Alright, so I ended that last one, my talk on Anonymous Soldiers a bit abruptly, but I have one more thing I want to talk about there, is, so that idea of there was all this conflict between the Jews and the Arabs in Palestine because, you know, each wanted to be in control of the government and they would get angry when Britain would favor either one of them. So they wanted to be in total control. So Bruce Hoffman ends the book right when Israel is deemed a state with a Jewish government. But I want to know, how did that end any conflict? Like, I want to know. The Arabs couldn't have been happy. I mean, now they go from a British government possibly favoring Jews to a government controlled by Jews. So, like, how did conflict end in that region? And the thing is, it didn't really. It's no surprise that even today, there is still conflict between those two groups. It's no surprise because the problem was not dealt with. You know, it's that general idea of when you're dealing with a problem. Okay, this guy right here takes forever to kill. Shot him so many times. Anyways, you gotta deal with the root of the problem. Like, if you deal with just the surface level stuff, you'll cover it up for a bit. But it's gonna raise its ugly head again, and you are going to have to deal with the problem again. And if you gloss it over again, it'll just be covered up for a little bit and come back. You gotta deal with the root of the problem. And so that's, true in general, and that's true with Palestine. The United Nations and the British government did not deal with the problem when the root of the problem when they just gave control over to the Jews. I think it certainly appeased the Jews, and there might have been peace there for a while after it, just because I think the Arabs, they were probably a little fed up with the British government too, so just having a new government, maybe they were willing to give it time, see if it works out. But obviously, it hasn't, because there's such fighting over there in Israel now. It is fighting, but just unrest, conflict between those two groups. And that comes from, the root of the problem not being dealt with. And yeah, like I said, I wish Bruce Hoffman would have gone in a little bit more past just the date of Israel's statehood. But that was not, I can understand why he didn't, I guess, because that was not part of his thesis statement of the book, his purpose of the book. Like I said, his purpose was to show how terrorism was actually successful in the venture of the Jews getting their demands through terrorism. Which, it's shocking that that's true, and you hope it is not true in other ways. At least it was a somewhat high-minded terrorist group. Like, it put a Jewish government in control that wasn't a fear-mongering government, I guess a nasty government, compared to, like, they're not ruling by suppression once they get government. Whereas terrorist organizations today, like ISIS or, Al-Qaeda, they're going to, if their terrorist goals are achieved, they're going to create a government ruled by suppression, and not a happy place to be at all for anyone. So it's scary that terrorism does possibly work, and you just hope that we can stop it from working again. Well, ended Infinite Wave there. New high score for me. Somewhat impressive. Thanks guys for watching. Till next time, Esquire Codex out.